Hey everybody, my name is Isabel Cranford, and today I'm going to be presenting on global warming and its effects on mammals for our FW444 Mammalogy class here at North Carolina State University. So our main question today is, are mammals populations in areas that are warming faster, changing faster, and does it matter if they are at the leading or trailing edge of their geographical range? So to simplify this question, we decided to split it into two parts and have two separate hypotheses. So our first one is, in areas that are warming faster, animal populations will also be changing faster. And second, we have animals at the leading edge of their range edge will have the largest change in population. And for this portion of the hypothesis, due to the nature of the project, we ended up choosing to focus on the Virginia possum so we can have results just for one species for this part. So our methodology for part one of this project, we first collected data from Snapshot USA in the year 2023 to compare the change in temperature to the change in population. We then turned this data into a graph using Tableau, and we then decided to determine the trend of probability value for each species to search for any significant trends amongst those species. So here we have a graph showing the impact of temperature change on population change. And then we have this red line that is showing statistical significance. And then we have a slope showing the change in temperature versus the change in populations based on the species. And here we can see that some species, like the eastern gray tail or eastern gray squirrel, is having a larger population change, but it has lower significance for temperature. So it likely means that that population is changing not due to temperature. However, like for the wild boar, there's a higher statistical significance. So that's showing that wild boar might be having a change due to temperature, which I found really interesting. But based on this graph, we didn't see a huge correlation amongst all animals. There's obviously huge changes between a lot of these animals. So from that, we decided that some significant increase in population change was found in areas of greater temperature increases. However, the majority of species did not have a significant correlation of population change and temperature increases. So a lot of those increases are likely due to a different variable causing them that's not temperature. All right, so getting into the second part of this project, we used Tableau to separate Virginia possum northern ranges from the rest of their home range. And then we applied the separation to a graph of temperature change versus population change. And using that graph, we wanted to see if these Virginia possums are experiencing a greater population increase at their northern range edge versus the other parts of their home range. All right, so first we have this graph up top in the right showing the Virginia possum range map. The green is showing the northern range edge spanning from Midwest states up to Maine down to northern Virginia. And then the other portions is the other part of their home range. And then we have a population trend graph using the same colors, the green representing the northern range edge and the orange representing the rest. We don't really see a huge trend in this graph. We kind of notice that they're very similar. The orange is actually showing a greater population change and temperature change. So it's it's not really greater enough to show an actual significance. This is data collected from Tableau. So we essentially, as a group, decided that there isn't really a significant difference in population growth between range edge opossums and the rest of their species. There really wasn't a big enough difference in numbers for us to actually make a decision on one being greater than the other. So we indicate that likely another variable is driving population change for these animals, and it's clearly not going to be temperature for Virginia possums. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching,